question, given that Naf, okay, fair enough, could pop out and potentially spot them. His timing slightly off. It allows Dennis to get it down. He's now ready to hold that said position, but Kenright's got Naf off screen. That brings us back to 3-on-3. Remember, T-side pistol went to liquid last time. It's the response.
Let's roll. Move, my friend. Decoy! Come on, let's go! Correct. Move it, move it! go. I am throwing smoke. Throwing smoke. Throwing fire. Forward. Smoke. I am throwing again. Grenade. Fire. I am throwing a flashbang. Molotov. Fire. Terrorists win. Let us be quick. Throwing smoke. Flashbang. I am throwing smoke. Throwing a flashbang. I am throwing a flashbang. Throwing smoke. Flashbang. Grenade out. Throwing fire. Smoke. Throwing fire. I am planting the bomb. Terrorists win. Let's go, let's go. I am throwing smoke. Grenade. I am throwing smoke. Fire. Throwing a flashbang. Molotov. Throwing a flashbang. I am throwing a flashbang. Throwing a smoke. Grenade! Fire! Planting the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Let's go! Smoke! Flashbang! on, let's go. Throw in the smoke. They'll throw in a flashbang. I am throwing a grenade. Throw in a flashbang. Planting. Terrorists win. Let's distintos, Addison. Smoke! Throw in a decoy! Ready now! Grenade! Flashbang! Fear my fire! Throw in smoke! Throwing fire. I am throwing a flashbang. I am setting the bomb. Smoke. Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win. Be safe, my friends. Yes. Flashbang! Throw in a flashbang! Grenade! I am throwing smoke. Smoke! Molotov. Throwing fire. I am throwing a grenade. Grenade out! Throwing a flashbang. Grenade! throwing smoke. Fire! Terrorists win. Yes. Let's go, my friends. I'm throwing smoke. Fire! I am throwing a flashbang. Flashbang! I am throwing a flashbang. Grenade! I am setting the bomb. Throwing fire. Planted. Grenade out! Terrorists win. Let's go. Smoke. Throwing smoke. Grenade! I am throwing a grenade. Grenade out! Molotov. I am throwing smoke. Throwing a flashbang. Fire. I am throwing a flashbang. Flashbang. Terrorists win. Let's go, let's go. I am throwing smoke. Throwing fire. Grenade! Grenade! I am throwing a grenade! Fire! I am throwing a flashbang! Smoke! Let's go, let's go! Throwing smoke! I am throwing smoke! Flashbang! Grenade! bomb. I am throwing a flashbang. Throwing a flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
Let's go. Smoke. Smoke. Grenade. I am throwing a grenade. Throwing fire. Throwing a flashbang. Flashbang. Let's go, my friends. Throwing fire.
Counter-terrorists win.
Let's make this Reyes rain. Grenade. Throwing fire.
Terrorists win.
out. These boys have got a bit of an arsenal and they don't mind using it. We are out of here. Throwing flashbang. Flashbang. Grenade out. Incendiary.
Bomb has been planted.
Deploying flashbang.
Terrorists win.
Move it, son.
Counter-terrorists win.
Right, lads. We're on. Laying down smoke. Incendiary. Laying down smoke. Grenade out. Throwing fire. Grenade.
Counter-terrorists win.
doubts in your head. It's us or them. Incendiary out. Throwing smoke. Let's have it, lads. Smoke. Laying down smoke. Throwing fire.
Bomb has been planted. Go, go, go. Deploying flashbang. Incendiary out. Flashbang. Throwing a grenade. Throwing fire. Throwing flashbang. Move it, son. Flashbang. Throwing smoke. Incendiary. Incendiary. Throwing a grenade. Grenade out. Deploying flashbang. Grenade out. Counter-terrorists win. Are we rushing in, or are we going sneaky beaky like? Throwing flashbang. Throwing fire. Laying down smoke. Throwing a grenade. Grenade out. Grenade. Smoke. flashbang. Defusing.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Let's move out. Deploying flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Grenade out. Throwing smoke. Decoy. Flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
We're going in. Job well done there, son.
Have little tricks that they can build off of. You know what Na'Vi is going to be like. You know they're going to come out the gates with some aggressive play. They're going to keep you honest. They're going to do the force buys. And if you're not firing, they can take control of the economy and they can snowball from there. And you don't often feel like you see a Na'Vi game where they've built up a massive economy just because of their approach. But the chance for that to happen is there.
And the last time we saw FaZe maybe have a really good overpass, we'd have to look back to the last major actually, where they picked it in the finals against Cloud9. And actually, they could have 2-0'd Cloud9 had they won that overpass game. And ever since then, I feel like their overpass really hasn't looked the same.
I mean, yeah, I'm looking at their overpass stats now, and admittedly, they have won their last few offline affairs on it. However, the opponents, Fnatic, Ghost, SK Gaming, of course, that's 2018 SK Gaming, do take note, and Astralis, but that's rewinding it all the way to Sydney. They had stand-ins, there was no Olof. It's hard to find exactly what map works for FaZe, and indeed Na'Vi are going to be poised to try and strike while they are vulnerable, exploit that weakness, but whether or not FaZe show up does seem to be kind of up in the air. I don't think we can't look into stats, we certainly can't look for the numbers. It's going to be a question of how do they feel, which doesn't inspire confidence.
Yeah, and who's going to fire that team up? When you look there, the emotional, or at least the one that's been doing it loudest for the longest, is Karrigan. But we've had problems with Karrigan in the past, being leader of teams, and then the faith slips away after they've had so many close finals or semi-finals that they've been unable to convert. Is that a similar thing that's happening within FaZe right now? I don't know the workings of behind the camp, and it sucks that we're having to look at these as potential issues. But when you have 4 players within their own country, or the best player in that country, and they're unable to make it click and happen when that's what they're known for, very difficult to look to any other issues.
Yeah, and I do need to start kind of brainstorming where we think this one is going to be going. Indeed, that looks like what Na'Vi are doing. They're having their huddle. And it does look like they'll be taken to their seats, which means one thing, gentlemen, predictions are in order. Na'Vi hyped up, Zeus said his final piece, and they'll be stepping into the ring, as will our casters. We do have Henry G and Sadakis. Guys, I still can't believe this is a 0-1 game.
It's actually unbelievable, isn't it? It's so crazy we've got to this point. FaZe have looked so weak so far, to be fair, since Olaf has come back. I have to say, I actually prefer FaZe with Chroman. I thought they look like a better team overall. That's a weird thing to say. I've got Na'Vi for this one.
Yeah, in the recent history, they look like a better team. If you go back to Olaf in his first tenure with the team, they were unbeatable at times. I agree with that. I think the even crazier part to me, Alex, is actually that MIVR and Mouse Sports are also 0-1.
Yep.
So there's potential the loser of this game could play one of those two teams.
Stop playing with fire, Matt. Stop playing.
I know, but we could lose a top team as early as tomorrow. That's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm at in this one, to be completely honest with you.
Tell you what, I'll give you a moment. I'll talk to the desk. We'll come back. Sean, what are you saying?
I'm going to go Na'Vi. They're too good on overpass.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is faith in FaZe. How many times have you predicted against FaZe in your career?
Yeah, we're getting to the point that we have to start analysing.
Tell you what, I'll give you a moment. I'll talk to the desk. We'll come back.
They're current form, and Na'Vi showed me yesterday that they can take it to Australia, so I still consider the best team in the world. So I'm going to give faith in,
and goodness gracious, same. Na'Vi for me as well. Seems like faith in FaZe really faltering. Matt, you want to do something different?
No, I think I do agree with that, and Chad kind of hit it. They played against Astralis and played well yesterday. That could have easily gone the other way at any point in that match, and I think that they're still a team that has to be in the top 8. Yeah. FaZe needs to do more to convince me, so I think Na'Vi.
Yeah, I mean, shutting us up here would be a good start, that's for sure. Let's see what FaZe can do, and gentlemen, I'll let you guide us through it.
Thank you very much. Alex, is this going to be overpass?
We didn't quite get there. I got to put you on the spot.
Go on.
Na'Vi or FaZe, because you didn't get to say it.
I did.
Oh,
Na'Vi.
did you say it at the start? Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm sorry.
I think I might have changed my mind once I saw the map.
Sure.
I think that when I saw overpass and just thinking about how flat FaZe looked as a whole unit yesterday. Sure, Big played an amazing game, but it just looked like FaZe didn't turn up to this major at all so far. It's a 0-1 game. We've got two absolute titans of Counter-Strike going at it here. Na'Vi was standing on the T side of overpass. If FaZe just can't find that form, the thing is, I haven't been convinced by Guardian recently. He's kind of looked off compared to his usual self, and Olaf Meister coming back. The team just looks a little bit different, and Na'Vi just seems to be getting better as a unit. They are punishing people with their star players, and I feel like they've got the edge here on overpass. I think that's it.
Sure. Yeah, I think that we're in an interesting position, and Olaf coming back, it almost seems like necessity and a last ditch for him, last kick at the can. Maybe we need some new upcomers for FaZe, which is where you can come in. Go to upcomer.com, and yeah, that was good, right? I got that one in there. You can vote on these games, who you think is going to win each and every one of them. You can tell the statistics from the event. You can download it on your phone from either the App Store or Google Play. There's the results of this one. FaZe versus Na'Vi. Typically speaking, I agree, is a close matchup, but people still kind of leading off towards Na'Vi.
I think so. It purely based on the form we've seen at this event, I think you have to say that so far, and indeed in Stockholm as well. FaZe just haven't looked amazing in the last few weeks. They can always turn it around. Their team on their day are going to look world class again and look like no one can touch them. So definitely up in the air still. It's by no means going to be a landslide, I don't think. I think it'll be a good game as Carrigan. Problem is, yesterday he was the only one actually looking like he was hitting any shots. So that's never good news when Carrigan's looking like the best player on the squad. He is not that player. They've got 4 absolute stars in that team. Carrigan's the one to put it all together. He's not expected to frag hard, but when he is, that's great. But if no one else is, that's a massive problem.
And keep in mind, FaZe, they're the team that lost to Cloud9 in the finals of a major. They're the team that made changes previously with Alu and Kiyashima because they didn't do well enough in Krakow and they weren't happy with their results. This is the team that is designed to bring a major to the likes of Nico, to the likes of Carrigan, to finally get over that hurdle. Everyone on this team is eager to win one finally. And Olaf is the only one that really brings that experience to really pull it all together, and it's failing. It's falling apart. So this is a concern for those players.
Well, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Concerns all around for sure for FaZe, and we'll see whether this 4 sets of armor diffuse kit and a couple of flashbang combo for Carrigan will be enough to hold them off. We've got PT50 and armor for Simple. That's the new Superman purchase. Used to be the Tech 9 back in the day, maybe a year ago, but not anymore. This looks like we're not going live.
I was going to say, Carrigan's not moving. There's 2 players in spawn. That gives me a second as well to talk about something very important. Listen, if you wanted to come to the major in Wembley, but let's say you can't make it, and you want something a little more interactive than the typical Twitch broadcast and just listening to us as talking heads guide you through things, you can actually take a bit more control. Twitch and Faceit have partnered up to launch a premium Twitch pass. It's a $9.99 one-time subscription. There's no renewal on it, so you don't have to worry about it. You're not going to be stuck subscribed to Shroud for endless amounts of months without meaning to be. But you can do it. It's just faceitmajor.com/premium -pass. That's the key, premium -pass. And then you can check out everyone, all the players in the server from 1 to 0, starting with Simple in this case, as he would be number 1 on the minimap. That's how it corresponds. Rain would be number 0, and everyone in between. You get access to not only that, but you can check out things like the Observer feed with interactive HUD. You can check out the minimaps, and then all of the VODs exclusively after the matches as well.
Check it all out. It's all going on right now.
It's the next level, right?
It is.
You wanted to come to the major, you want more of an experience than just sitting at home. You want to be able to analyze maybe your favorite players specifically, almost like you're watching an interactive demo while still having the broadcast. Pop it up. Look, I know you get more than one monitor.
Indeed.
You got a cell phone at the very least.
Indeed, that's right.
So,
well, here we go, Matt. We are live. Everything's sorted. We're good to go. P250, like we said, for Simple. Most teams favour that B-bomb, so it looks like they certainly will. They could be going for a fast approach here. We'll see what they decide to do. CTs won't be going aggressive necessarily. I can see 3 players towards the B site. Here's the commitment. Smokes down, Molotov's in, and Nico to defend with the USP. He can hit players all around him at this point, but can he find the first headshot? Looks like he probably will, and it's a nice one as well. Takes out Electronic, but the trades come through. Simple still doing work with the P250, but Carrigan will shut him down.
Good shot from Carrigan again to find Edward as well. Pretty easy shot, all things considered, as Edward was occupied looking into heaven. It leaves us with Zeus and no bomb plant. That's not going to happen because Guardian gets the kill. Instead, FaZe take the pistol, and it is a map in which they are very formidable with Olaf in the lineup, should they find that form again. That's the key.
Absolutely agree. Well, there it is. Carrigan with 3 kills there. A decent attempt from Na'Vi, but the bomb did not get planted. That's a clean win in terms of kills for FaZe. On the CT side, just what they needed to light the fire beneath them, and there presumably will be the force buy from Na'Vi here. The Des touched on it, that Na'Vi aren't scared of force buying here. They're certainly capable of converting most of these sort of rounds. The Desert Eagle potential of Simple, Electronic, and Flamey is pretty off the charts. They can do a lot of work here, and that's why FaZe have prepared themselves nicely. They've got 3 rifles here. Make it 2 with the Scout, actually, 1 M4 at FAMAS, the Scout, and then the UMP and MP9. And we'll see whether Guardian Scout can start to do some work here. Like we said, hasn't looked phenomenal so far in the major, but still very early days. That's a nice shot. Guardian locks onto the head of Simple, takes him out, and falls back. That's such a key factor of that whole exchange. The fact he doesn't commit for more, he knows there's a chance he could get traded out if he re-peeks that angle. He's got the advantage, fall back to more defensive line, let them have long. That's not a bomb site. As you've got all the weaponry, and now the man advantage. Bomb is down there, all the way back in T-spawn. They will collect it. Remember, they've got no smokes, no flashes here. How do you possibly crack open a bomb site? Well, that would be purely down to headshots with those pistols. Guardian trying to deliver one of those with the Scout, but not going to happen.
Olaf trying to swing back around pit side of the site. Nico. Deep smoke. So go out to Monster. They're already in. This is going to be a straight contact play. Nico needs to be ready for that because he's still looking out towards Sandbanks. Does spot up Zeus in time, and knowing they have no vision toward Monster, they prepare accordingly. They're trying to overreach a little bit. Somewhat careful. Good shot from Flamey, but Rain has position and FaZe controlled things with 3 players staying alive. Not bad. Could have been a little cleaner, but overall, round is done. No bomb plant, importantly, as well for Na'Vi.
2-0, and indeed no bomb plan. You give a couple of kills away, but you're up against the full eco here. That's absolutely fine. Only losing 2 against Na'Vi, Eagles and Armor. I wouldn't be too mad about that. FaZe looking pretty comfortable going to round number 3 here. It should just be Glocks. They have got 2 HE grenades on the T side. Make it 3. I assume they're going to nade towards the mid steps. Try and catch Guardian, perhaps going for an aggressive push. And they've got 4 grenades. Looks like that's where they will be heading. Let's have a look. Will any CTs be there to receive? No, they will not. So these grenades will be in vain, I'm afraid. No damage done. Significant investment considering what kind of round it is, but they actually will receive a lot of damage in return. So Zeus down to just 12 HP, Flamey 76. There's no chance of doing anything with this round. If they get a kill, I'll be impressed at this point. Very difficult map to operate with almost nothing, and that's why the force buy is maybe not that successful as you would think on other maps, because you do need the utility to crack up the very tight choke points in this map. So we'll head towards middle. See what's possible. Probably just going to use the buddy system here, as we always say. Try and bleed out as many grenades as you possibly can from the CT side, and it remaining starting to make their way up and see if they can catch any unsuspecting CTs waiting. But as expected, FaZe you don't even need to be part of these fights. You've got the rifles, you know they have no armor. They will get nowhere near the bomb site. They've got no way of taking away your vision. So unless they've somehow forced board again, you can just hold back and watch the bomb site. This is all that is required.
Guardian swings back into the truck side. Rain still there to support with him. Has the M4 picks out pretty straightforward on the first shot, given that Zeus was already damaged by him. But simple, good response. P250 from range, and still manages the headshot kill. This could overwhelm Guardian. He does get damage onto electronic. Okay, fair enough. They just line up for him. I thought he might get overwhelmed by 3 players rushing him down, but hesitation cost them dear.
That's $1,800 in the bag for Guardian. Key player to get the cash, considering he's the main AWPer, of course. Everyone knows that by now. Up against his old team, Na'Vi. Simple. And we'll be picking up the AWP responsibilities. Remember, that force buy in the second, no bombs going down in 3 rounds. They can't even afford an AWP on the T side. So I think Guardian is going to purchase here. He'll throw his UMP away, give it to a teammate. That's gone in the hands of Carrigan here. Guardian's got the AWP. A nice 3-0 start for FaZe, the international sensation. And we'll see whether they continue that form. Bit of a bonus round with the FAMAS and the UMP here. They have a buy pretty much in the bag with the residual cash they have going into round number 4 here. Guardian heads towards middle with Rain. And the Rain has been in the conversation for one of the best overpass players, specifically towards those bathrooms, as he'll actually push towards the fountain right now, trying to use the pillar there to block vision and see if anyone will cross by. Very vulnerable position, as you can see, from the playground as well. Pushing forward now. This is a brave move. A single player reminiscent of Fur. Might be punished for it, and indeed he is, but there is a trade from Guardian, and now he'll fall back.
Simple. Still trying to pursue the front side of the bathrooms. First time you and I have seen overpass in this event.
Just to know as well, I think Zeus was caught and the monster by Nico there at the same time. You're right. Best of one, it's quite rare to see actually. It's normally your Mirage, your trains, sometimes your caches.
Never your nukes.
Never your nukes. Those don't get deployed too often in the best of one. Carrigan, though, this is a very intelligent flank. He is absolutely locked in towards B. He can rotate all of his players over there now. He's got so much information here. As soon as he spots one of them, he won't pull the trigger straight away. He wants to get as close as possible. Watch this. He will spot them now. And he'll be careful. He won't fire. He'll just have to hold up. Oh my god, that was a brave shot, I have to say. The bomb goes down. It should be enough. I'd prefer him to wait a little bit, if I'm honest. He could have done a lot more with that, Matt. The fact he flanked them in that sort of position definitely should have got 2. But we saw the bomb, try to take it down, and that might come back and haunt him here. Guardian now left them 2 versus 1. How quickly that round changed.
Let's roll. We are good to go. I need help. I need help. Throwing fire. Throwing grenade. Let's go have some fun. Decoy. Throw a flashbang. We are Oscar Mike. Smoke! Fire in the hole. Deploying flashbang. Laying down smoke. Flashbang. Terrorists win. Move it! Grenade out! Throwing flashbang. Throwing grenade. sharing our stories. Throwing smoke. Decoys out. Incendiary out. Incendiary! The stay right here is where we end this. Let's move out. Incendiary! Incendiary out. Stay frosty. Laying down smoke. Throwing fire. Fire in the hole. Throwing smoke. Deploying flash. Grenade out. Incendiary out. Terrorists win. Incendiary! Grenade out! Throwing fire! Flashbang! Flashbang! Throwing grenade. Counter-terrorists win. Move it, move it! Incendiary! Throwing fire! Bomb has been planted. Throwing flashbang. Incendiary out. Crap. Fire in the hole. Throwing fire. Grenade out. Grab your gear, let's go. Smoke! Deploying flashbang. Grenade out! Incendiary out! Grenade out! Terrorists win! Let's do this and get back in time for chow. Throwing flashbang. Counter-terrorists win. Let's go, let's go! Roger that. Incendiary! Roger that. Grenade out! Flashbang! Deploying flashbang! Throwing fire! Deploying flashbang. Counter-terrorists win. Push, push, push. Laying down smoke. Throwing flashbang. Flashbang. Flashbang.
Let's work together. Grenade out! Planted. I'm planted. Throwing bomb. Throwing the flashbang. We're going to do this. Let us go. Affirmative. Flashbang! Fog! I'm throwing a grenade! Flashbang! Throwing a flashbang! I'm throwing a flashbang! Molotov! I'm planting the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. Yes. Guys, I tell you, we kill them all. Throw the decoy. Smoke! I'm throwing the flashbang. Throwing the flashbang. Bomb has been planted. Grenade! Flashbang! Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Activating the bomb. Bomb has been planted. They cannot stop us now. Come on, let's go! Throwing fire! Flashbang! I'm planting the bomb. Terrorists win. Forward! Throwing a flashbang! I'm throwing a flashbang. Throwing fire! I'm planted. Bomb has been planted. Grenade out! Grenade! Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. mountain. Bomb has been planted. Flashbang. Let's go. Smoke. Throw in the flashbang. Flashbang. Activating the bomb. Bomb has been planted. The bomb is sticking down. Together we can do it. We can defeat it now.
We saw this yesterday from him as well in a particular round on Inferno that was not a round where I think he could have done anything to win it, but it certainly cost him the AWP and it showed signs of weakness against Astralis, obviously.
Yes, indeed. Here we go. FaZe still yet to post a round since the pistol. That's so mad. But Olofmeister straight through the smoke there. I saw it from Edward's POV. Straight up through the smoke, and he didn't see it coming. So nice opening pick, albeit a little bit fortunate. They won't have the opener. Can they convert it though? 1 minute on the clock, plenty of time to wait for a reaction here. Na'Vi love to do this. They just put pretty much all their manpower in the B bomb site. If they go towards A, let them have it. We'll save our weaponry. That's fine. If they do come B, we can actually win this round. Is that everyone now on the B side? I think pretty much,
wow,
yeah.
Flamey's gone all the way through Monster. Nearly got two. His aim was about to arrive on range. Simple's got the information, shuts it down. B site, 35 seconds. Bomb now down at Monster as a result of that op kill. I'm not even sure Simple was aware that he dropped the bomb because he wanted to watch out sandbags, either for self-preservation or otherwise. It allows them to pick it up 24 seconds, and they're going to run this to B with no one directly inside of the site. They can still pull this back. Nico is the man to lead the charge. Skilled as he is, waits for them to cross over. Knows they're going toward the dumpster. Quick lineup, 2 kills. Nico does exactly what he had to do. Kerrigan now goes for the plant, and Simple has to be silent, sneaking in with an AWP. Both will naturally retreat toward the